I've been absent. Chill, YouTube, it's a cigarette. I've been gone for a very long time. That's because I've been very mentally depressed. And I just haven't been feeling motivated to do any kind of creativity or anything really for myself. I've been feeling like going to work, and that's what I've been doing. Recently, I'm kind of coming down from a fit of depression, and I want to get back to you guys. And my overall goal with this was to make someone else feel normal. Just like Mr. Rogers made me feel normal. So, I'm gonna tell you guys a story of how a meth head made me realize that I deserve more. This is two stories, really, and they both are very far in time, and they all happened in my absence. But I was dating a guy. This guy was a bad guy. We won't harp on it too much, but he's part of story number one. Story number one is I have a fear of abandonment, and I have a boundary within my relationship that makes me require a little bit of reassurance. I need to feel like if my spouse lives their whole life without me being involved, I don't care. But as long as I have a kiss good morning, that's all I need, right? Just kiss me good morning. Wake me up when you wake up, and we can start our day together. If you want to go different ways from there, you can go different ways from there. This guy really struggled with that. He blamed, he would put every excuse as to why he could not. Good morning, babe. How are you? How'd you sleep? He just couldn't do it, right? First time that we discussed that and that blew up into an argument, he headbutted me, and that was my first time experiencing oh shit, that could be considered abuse to the next person. And in the moment, I was like, oh my God, did this grown ass man just hit? And this guy was super nonchalant. I don't care. He's one of those Negroes that have "I don't care" in his bio. I hate that. I hate this man taught me a lot of red flags. Red flag number one is a nonchalant man. I need a chalant. I need a chalante in my dude. I need you to have a little bit of concern, just a tad. I don't like nonchalant. I don't mind stoic. I don't mind stoic at all. Bland, boring, but you need to be chalant. Okay? This guy struggled laughing and dancing around me. Did he even like me? Now that I said that out loud, did this nigga even like me? I don't know if he did. But anyways, yeah, the first time there was an argument, he ended up headbutting me in the face. On, that one video of, I think it's Sugar Free, he was talking to a broad. And he literally said, "Me, my head's harder than you, bitch." This nigga headbutted me and I took that shit to the face. I hate you. I hate the fact that I didn't just kill that man right then and there. And that I legally couldn't get away with it. My skin is glistening. Y'all see this? I'm not sweaty. I'm not sweaty. That's just skin. And this is a garage light. That's that water. Chlorophyll. If you are human, drink some fucking chlorophyll. But anyways. So yeah. Hate nonchalant men. But Mr. Chalante, the second time, literally woke me up. We moved into a house together in the Upper East Side of Henderson, which is a super cute little suburb out in Vegas. So we moved to a family home in the family part of town next to my job. 2 months into it, he's like, you're not working on yourself, and I am. You keep getting mad whenever I don't kiss you good morning. It's like, yeah, it's a boundary, and yeah, it's about your triggers and whatnot, but like, you should be getting better at your reaction, and you're not. You're not getting better at your reaction, and it's making me mad because you're not growing. What was the reaction you said? Did I like start hitting him? Did I beat him up? Did I cuss him out? No, I woke up like, bro, what's going on? Like, why are you fully dressed and almost out the door? What's going on? Like, I'm scared. He said, get out of my face. Open palm in my face. Get out of my face. You're okay. I'm just going to the store. No one's leaving you. You know what I said? Bye. Went to bed. When he came home, he was like, hey, hi, what you doing? I was like, I'm doing something. I'm busy. Do you need me? Yeah, I was snappy. Yeah, I was snarky. You want to start your day without me and you want to put your hand in my face? Guess what? Fuck you and your whole day. I don't care. I don't care. Really, I don't care. You want to go to the store when you come back? I don't want to see what you got because I don't care. Because I'm doing me right now, right? You do you. I'm doing me right now. Well, that Negro said, all right, you can do you for the rest of your life. Broke up with me. When he was like, I want to break up, I am a very obsessive lover. And I date to marry. And like, I'm always the type of, we can work it out. When he said that shit, I was like, I can't even, like, I've healed so much. And I look so different that I can't even show you how I reacted. Because I was just like, yeah, sure. Sure. That's literally how it felt. Like, all right, we just gonna have to. I mean, you said it. That's what's up. And like, it, for me, I respected the decision. I didn't understand the decision. Because you're not gonna sit here and tell me you woke up, disrespected my boundaries, and now I'm in the wrong and I deserve to be broken up with. I need the explanation. I need the explanation. You know what I mean? And after he kind of got, for me, personally, outsider looking in, healed person looking out, it sounds like you just wanted to break up with me because you didn't want to be with me anymore. And you didn't know how to say that. And we moved in together into a family home. And now you're like, yeah, shorty, your fear of abandonment's coming true. Pack your shit back up, babe girl. But you know what? It got worse from there. We're not going to continue. That's just story number 1. Story number 2. I tell that to a group session while in what one would call a geriatric psych ward. Now, at that point, I have to look at him as a cycle. Because that, you are nothing but every evil man that made your mom, that made your sister. Look at you. You're no different. Only different is that you're not a bum. Got a little chunk change in your pocket, so you feel some type of way about it. He was unemployed when he did everything horrible to me. When that man put his hands on me 3 times, all 3 times he didn't have a job doing it. Unemployed men put their hands on women. I don't care if you have money in your hands, you have too much time on your hands and you're a man. That only leads you up to mischief. My father, he was like Breaking Bad. My dad, when he had too much time on his hands, he was making money or raising his kids. He was very busy before he had me. My father had a studio, had a job, was going back to school. went to Job Corps. My papa forced him. My papa took him out of the hustling life, making money, and dropped him off at Job Corps. Like, you need to go make money. Get out of these streets. And that's how I met my mom. Started popping out babies. And guess what he started doing? Working 24-hour shifts, delivering medical supplies. A busy man is a good man. A man with too much of this, God knows what they'll do. And that's just my experience. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's my experience with men. My father was a good man because he was a busy man. That's about it. We had a kennel. He was doing what he did professionally, and we did jujitsu, and he never had no free time. He slept 4 hours a day. And you're unemployed, putting your hands on women. And my thing is like, yes, they were very minor, but he's getting closer. Because something in his past, but for his privacy and for the woman's privacy, the last straw for the last relationship he was in was because while he was driving on some Chris Brown shit, put his fist up to her, and she got out the car before she got Rihanna'd. And I ate him up inside. You didn't hold back on me, buddy. You headbutted me in my face. And then we broke up. You thought, well, because we ain't in a relationship, I can't put my hands on you. And also broke my garage. We were talking in the garage. Got a little heated. I didn't call him like names or anything. Didn't disrespect him. We're in the middle of a conversation about our intimacy. Started punching the garage door. The only exit I set up, I'm like, hey, wow, that's crazy what you're doing. That's scary. Literally, that's exactly what I said. And ended up breaking one of his knuckles. I don't know about you, but I've never got that mad. I have never got that mad in the middle of an argument. Maybe because I'm articulate. Maybe because I have a brain. Maybe because I know how to express myself. How the hell are you gonna sit there and punch the garage door? Scary. Terrified. I was like, okay. He would have come back and have a conversation. Can you please get the fuck away from me? And then he kind of like, no, we didn't have a conversation. I was like, hey, well, we're gonna have a conversation then. We're gonna have a conversation. That's why I'm in the hat, not shit yet. Not shit yet. But I've been working out ever since. I've been lifting weight ever since. Yeah, I know jiu-jitsu a little bit. I did that shit for about half a decade when I was a kid. But, you know what I mean? I need to step my game back up. Ain't no fucking way no man's gonna put his hands on me again. I felt so like, this is crazy. This is crazy. And my thing is, in the moment, I'm like, put your hands on me, bitch. Do it. Do it as soon as you put your hands on me. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. And then he catches himself. The next bitch, he's gonna end up demolishing her. And I'm scared of that. He needs to go in a cave somewhere and mature. And like, my thing is, I'm not saying don't date anyone else, because you need to think about us and think about, is this something you really want to do? No. Don't date anyone else, because I'm scared you're going to victimize somebody. And I don't need to air his dirty laundry on here. He knows about all the horrible men in his life that he's just like, Papa, your sister's little boyfriends, all the ones that put their hands on her, all the ones that make her do stuff she probably shouldn't be doing, told herself she would never do. put her in bad situations, permanently change her life. Just in my opinion. Just in my opinion, someone is just like that, abandoning them as soon as they build a little bit of stability. That's all I'm saying. All I am saying. The one thing that relationship taught me is that if a man grows up with sisters and, you know, mom in the house, and they are not obsessed with women, red flag. You didn't have the right experience with women. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. That's one red flag I learned. If that Negro isn't like, oh my God, I was raised in a house full of women and I just love women. I love, you know, like when they say like designers who are in love with women, they show like beautiful gowns by certain designers. That's the shit. If they are not like, I want to paint women. If they're not Barney from fucking How I Met Your Mother, where everything it shits, eats, breathes is how to pleasure women and how to get women into his home. That's how you need to think if you're a man who was raised in a house full of women. Not, I should be the bitch in the relationship. Never date an unemployed man. I don't care if you're retired. What do you do? What do you do all day? What is your life like? I don't care. You need to have time where you can't text me all the time. I need to not be able to get a hold of you certain hours, and I'm okay with that. Your job comes first, Bookie. I'll be at home with dinner prepared on the fucking stove. That's the man you need because he's too tired. You need to tire him out. Never trust an unemployed man. Never. Because inshallah, I'm never unemployed again. Inshallah, in this economy, I wish that all men are employed. That's what I'm saying. More people get jobs. Let's cure unemployed men, one man at a time. You know what I mean? This is a hopeful prosperity. Get your hustle on, gang. Let's go out there in the streets and get a job. More employed men means a boost in company and communal prosperity. I'm telling you, cheating will go down. Mischief will go down. Crime rates down. Unemployment down. Quality of men up. You can't tell a man nothing when he got a paycheck. You can't. He can buy himself lunch. I see it in the office every day. Every day I see the most confident man with a Chick-fil-A bag on his motherfucking desk. You go, king. Corporate job and a lunch. Corporate job and a lunch. Corporate job and a lunch. How did I end up at a geriatric psych ward at the age of 23? I don't know. Let that be a story for another day. I do know, but I won't tell you later. Went to this psych ward. Told that story in our group session. Now let me tell you the audience. I was admitted in with a few people. Now how I got in was through the ER. So did some few other people. These few other people were meth heads so fucked up that they did something to land them in confinement. And when they got to the ER, well, not confinement, that landed them in the hospital. They did something to land themselves in the hospital, probably an overdose. Probably passed out or some shit. Whatever. Got to the hospital, found drugs in their system, sent them to a psych ward. Instead of prison, you go to a psych ward. I went to a psych ward for a different reason. So when I was in the ER with them, they don't remember them screaming out, suck my balls, suck my balls, suck my balls. Not at me. At the room for 12 hours straight. They don't remember having their ass cheeks out. and their eyes bulge out their head, walking around looking for Popeyes in the middle of the ER. I remember that. I did. For over 48 hours, getting all that shit pumped out of their system. Here we are in this lovely, lovely ward together, session. There's about 2 of those, so they're of somewhat sound mind, but they're not fully there. They're kind of crazy. A few schizophrenics. They're older. A lady who walks around with a kitten for a baby. About 1 or 2 suicide cases, and me. And they were talking about, the reason I brought that up is because we have to hold ourselves to realistic expectation and others to realistic expectation. And we need to discuss some areas where maybe we have been unrealistic with ourselves, with the boundaries we laid and have expected others to abide. And I laid that one, and I was like, I don't know if that's unrealistic or not. And everyone in the room was like, I don't know how that's not realistic. I don't know how that's not something you already do as someone who sleeps next to somebody else. Like, I'm confused as to how that's a problem. I'm confused as to how you had to ask. Were you dating this man, or was it like an arranged thing? And I was like, no, we were dating. Matter of fact, he came, blah, 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 and there's more to it. And they're like, I don't think that man loved you, Vashawn. I was like, fair. You might have got there. You might have got that one there. Very fair. Very fair. He might not have. You know, the therapist kind of dismissed it. She was like, yeah, I need a lot more context before I kind of gave, like, my opinion on that. But it sounds like there's a lot more around it as to why that's even an issue. And then we continued on with the group, and everyone kind of agreed with that, and I did. And then after, there's this guy who was like something boss, suck my balls, something boss. Had a little bit of hair right here, covered in tattoos. You could tell he was a Las Vegas native because he had like all the 702s, the heart kiss, the Las Vegas paraphernalia all over him. And I knew what he was in here, clearly. And he was like, man, I wish my girl would ask me for a kiss good morning. Man, I wish I could get any in the morning. And I was like, man, I'm saying, man, if he would have woke me up, I probably would have given some head. He was like, man, so you looking for a boyfriend? And I was like, no. But that made me think internally. A meth head, a grown-ass man. His man was a Marine, by the way. I was dating an ex-Marine. I'm like, a Marine. This man with crayon breath is gonna tell me that he can't give me a kiss. That's crazy. Negro, you violate my body all night with my consent, of course. And you can't kiss me in the morning? That's crazy. That speaks of your character, buddy. What kind of person are you? Where a meth head shows you up on how to treat a woman. Because I think we can all agree. I've asked men, women, the binary, the nons. I've asked the straights, the gays. I've asked all married, single, talking, relationship. All of them say that's practice. That's kind of a norm. How do you not do that? It's almost like he goes out of his way to not do it. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And me personally, I'm an obsessive lover. If anyone out there knows me knows that I will love to the ends of my heart. So the shit that I would do for you, I would move fucking mountains like, nigga, I would turn into a whole Bollywood movie right the fuck now. Right now, backflips for you. You can't kiss me good morning. And like, I'm such an unconditional lover. I don't want to count my favors or what I offer. I don't want to compare, because we're in a relationship. It's not about what you bring and what you receive. It's about loving each other to the best of our abilities. Bitch ass Negro. What the fuck you mean you can't give me no goddamn kiss good morning? Like, that shit blows my mind. I told him when we broke up, you need to stay away from women for a while. I don't think you are ready for one right now. I don't think you will have it in you to give the bare minimum to him, because that's the bare. Because what if the next girl has like insecurity issues, ask for your location and all that? I didn't need all that. He wanted my location. I gave him my location before I had, you know what I mean? You sure? What if she's so scary and she needs a certain, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to wear this, you have to wear that. What if I'm asking you for a kiss good morning and you're like, man, fuck this year lease. Fuck the fact she gave up her apartment in the middle of the city that was super rent controlled and super perfect for her needs and a little far from her job, but she made it work. Fuck it. She can just start all over somewhere else. It's not even like it's my problem anymore. Not my bitch. Alright, y'all, so I think I've been yapping for a very long time, and I think we're gonna wrap it up. And you know, I'm so glad I got to get this off my chest, because I just want to normalize. Do not settle. A meth head that tells you you deserve more, you got something missing. You know what I mean? So never settle, okay? And I've been on many dates after my relationship, and I've heard that's not a problem. They even try to push the line a little bit, you know what I mean? So there's always someone out there who is willing to not only do your bare minimum, but go raise the bar, you know what I mean? That's kind of where I am with that. Like, I deserve more, Negro. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how big your dick is. I need a kiss in the motherfucking morning. You can't make it happen, bitch. Fuck you. But he decided to say, fuck me. I'm gone. And you know what? Touche. Touche. I learned a few lessons, and I'm taking it as that. It was a lesson learned. Lesson learned. Put the ED in the wrong place. But yeah, lesson learned. So I think that's a lesson that a lot of women learn. I think a lesson that a lot of people learn, men, women, all the in-between Negroes, you know what I mean? Sometimes we make an adult decision and it lands us in the negative, and we have to recuperate, and that's okay. That's very normal, but we have to be adults and move forward. So that's the best part. And as a neighbor, I'm so happy I get to move forward with you. So it comes full circle, you know. I learned that we have to take things one day at a time. When we feel anxious, when we think we look at the whole picture, maybe let's take it one piece at a time, because that can be so overwhelming. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to, again, come talk about this so you can feel normal. Maybe you've gone through this situation like this. If you have, comment down below. If you know a friend or a similar situation, or if you have a story about a horrible piece of shit dude, or an adult decision that you've made and just completely landed you in the bottom, a failed business, failed investment, whatever. Let me know down below. Give a like, maybe share, give a little subscription if you want. You know, nothing too much, not too much pressure. In this economy, I don't want to force you to do anything. But whatever you don't want to do. So, let me know. Goodbye.